Hey Gemini, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your February 2025 tarot and oracle reading, asking what's coming towards you. And I'm so excited. I don't know why. I'm so excited. You know what I was thinking about when I was doing the pre-shuffle was you know that dumb meme? It's really cute actually. Of Shaq, and he's like doing this and he's looking at the camera and he's looking at a cat and he's going like this. Such a dork. Look it up, y'all. It's cute. That's how I feel doing your reading. All right. We're getting a mudra card. If you'd like for me to pray for you, say hi in the comment section. If you'd like everybody else to join in too, only love and light in this space. You don't have to say anything that's going on. If you don't want to, you can leave an emoji, anything. But it just represents your energy. It gives us something we can focus on. It lifts everybody up. And please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you so much. It really helps the channel. All right, so we start with a message, balance, well poised. I can't believe I did that Shaq meme with you. And this is the hand gesture, balance, well poised. So you're welcome to make this gesture throughout the reading if it empowers you. This is the affirmation. My life is a gift. I respect and value this gift and make the best of it. My life is a gift. I respect and value this gift and make the best of it. So this mudra sharpens one's sense of smell, and it's good for the liver, the nails, skin, hair, and bones. On a mental, spiritual level, it helps one to find equanimity and cope with changing moods. So it's really great for anchoring yourself if you're feeling up and down that day. Our frame of mind determines our quality of life. Amen. We have considerable control over this through our thoughts. It is up to us to decide where to put the emphasis, to decide what is important and genuine, what does us good and what gives us fulfillment. Easier said than done, perhaps, but it's well worth trying. You are sitting in your boat and rowing slowly and steadily towards your dream island. There you can find all your heart desires. I like that. So we're going to keep that here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got the Justice card, if we got the Temperance card, we've got the Balance in the background. There usually is a theme that kind of pops up in your reading as we go along. And it's kind of fun to recognize the theme early on and just kind of watch as the cards unfold. So we're going to start this conversation with tarot. What's coming towards my Geminis? Month of February 2025 for my Geminis. Make sure that they're all upright. If they fly in reverse, we read them that way. We respect the way the cards fly. Coming out of conflict. I love that. 5 of Wands upside down. That means you're coming out of this conflict period of time. Maybe it was just recent. You're sticking by your guns though. You're not coming out of it weak. You're not coming out of it by bowing down and going back on your own beliefs. You're actually standing by your guns, sticking by your convictions. We're going to get a general viewpoint and then we'll unpack the cards further. What do my Geminis need to know about February? 4 of Swords. What do my Geminis need to know? Queen of Cups. Right on. So we've got you closing up an old chapter, an exhausting chapter. This could be something that carried a certain amount of responsibility with it, but it was tiring you out. We've got new plans, fresh plans being made. So that's great. We've been seeing this a lot, given that it's January and February that we're experiencing, you know, the beginning of a new year. That makes sense. People ask themselves, what's next? What's new? What do I need to wrap up? And we have in the center a very, speaking of the word center, centered place where you're like maybe quiet. Maybe you're pulling in all your energies. This is a time for kind of going within, considering what you're grateful for. Let's unpack this a little bit. What's this conflict card in reverse for my Geminis? Nice. Okay. You know what? The conflict that you experienced was not all for nothing. What it did is it kind of unearthed something. So what was veiled was maybe a sense of scarcity, a sense that something was going nowhere, or that it wasn't enough, basically. And that was actually kind of divine. You were supposed to, and it's always kind of weird to tell somebody like, yeah, you know that time you felt shitty? You were supposed to feel that way. Like that, I don't want to come off as trite, but actually this, it showed you something. So it showed you exactly where you're at. And sometimes it's impossible to build fresh plants on an unstable foundation, right? And so you're able to see, that you felt lacking or scarcity, or the opposite of abundance, the opposite of even thriving or beautiful sometimes. And so this has been revealed. The wheel turns though in your favor, and it shows you something so that you can move on towards this, receiving love or friendship, a gesture. This is an Ace of Cups. So what it does is, what it feels like is something was unearthed that was deeply personal to you. Something that I don't think you look at very often. And we all have things like that. Maybe insecurities, for instance. Who likes to sit there and look at their insecurities? That's no fun. So and you're coming out of this conflict, which is really good. So what about this Ace of Cups? So then you get this, it's his healing. This is recovery. This is a beautiful Ace of Cups fills your cup. It's either creative. In this case, it feels like it's a gesture of love or friendship. It's a gesture of caring. This could be self-care for some of you guys, but you wouldn't have been able to do it had this not revealed itself to you. Believing in yourself. There's a theme here with the 7 of Wands, exhaustion, 9 of Wands. You might be questioning the people you're spending time around and whether or not they're good for you. You might be questioning whether or not they see eye to eye with you, and whether or not you should spend much time with them, like if you should delegate your time to other things. So this 2 of... You're asking yourself maybe about one particular person and if you see a future in it. Do you feel valued? I think that so whereas it could be insecurities for some people, right? And they need to value themselves. This could be that they don't feel valued, and that this is what got unearthed in this conflict. Conflict being like an argument, a disagreement, this competition. For some of you guys, it was like feeling like, oh my God, do I have to compete with all those other people who want you? So in that, it was revealed that, wait a minute, this is a shakier foundation than I thought. And so you are not going to be deterred. Nobody is going to convince you that you're crazy or that you're making it up. No, you're going to be standing your ground, even if it's tiring you out. And you're going to be, it's throwing a lot of things into question. So it might be, you might be questioning your support groups. And you might be questioning also this partnership. Do I see this in the long term? And all those are really good questions, right? But you might be doing a little bit of this, waffling back and forth, maybe a little confused, because all of this has just been kind of throwing you off. So what do we do when that happens? We go inward, right? What works for them might not be your answer. You have to go in and you have to find that voice inside you. So this is where we get real quiet, and you're considering all the things that are working for you, and gratitude, and what isn't working for you. And that's a very real place. And from that place, you can fix that foundation. I like it. It's doing the work. And your prayers are answered. The Star card. I did draw a bathing suit on her. I'm sorry. It really looks bad. It's a terrible bathing suit. It's a Sharpie marker bathing suit. So this is where your prayers are answered. You're heard. This is where everything starts to change. I'm going to get a new deck because we've used a lot of these cards. What's this Queen of Cups? Who's this Queen of Cups? My Gemini. Nice. Who's this Queen of Cups? Ten of Wands. 3 of Wands. Now you can move forward, making a choice in love. 2 of Wands. What's this? Judgment card in reverse. Ah, yay, I like seeing the Empress card, but this time upright. Wow, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Empress card upright. You're leaving somebody behind that I think was... You're leaving an energy behind that I think was overly concerned about having enough. Let me see if there's a better way I can say that. Something needed attention, basically. This whole reading has got that theme, as something is getting your attention that has needed it for a while. And you're leaving this behind, whatever this is. You have this new information, this new passion, this abundance, and it's all in something within the plans that you're creating. You're making some fresh plans. You're encouraged to make those plans because it's giving you perspective. So you're not necessarily leaping just yet, even though you may feel ready. It's within these plans. Maybe it's a pros and cons list. Maybe it's in travel plans, whatever it is, that is showing you an opportunity. What opportunity you want to take, what opportunity you don't want to take. You have 3 aces right here. Ace of Pentacles. It's like, it's interesting because you're leaving one thing, but you're not giving up on something else. Let me just ask cards, what the hell is that? Breaking a pattern. You might be recognizing your own a pattern where you don't need to take the drastic steps you might have entertained at one point. When you're making this plan, that's what's being revealed to you as well. Is sometimes we need to plan that crazy that crazy move or that crazy trip. Like, I'm just gonna leave everybody, I'm gonna leave everything, and I'm gonna just do this. Sometimes, remember when you were a kid and you put some food, or in my case, Play-Doh. God, I was an idiot. No, just kidding. Play-Doh in a little knapsack tied on the end of a stick, and you'd be like, bye mom, I'm leaving. I'm running away. That's kind of this thing. It's like, sometimes you need to pretend. Sometimes you need to work through it. And just to realize that, like, wait a minute, instead of booking a ticket to Jamaica and jumping the plane and packing my things and then, and going through my phone's Rolodex and address book and throwing certain people out, maybe actually I don't have to do anything that extreme. Maybe what I need is right here. And there is something you're leaving, but it's something that you needed, that needed this attention. So it could have actually been kind of like a mentality that popped up for you. Codependent on a pattern, some type of behavioral pattern that didn't serve you. You got this upside down, which means you're breaking out of it. There's a realization here, an epiphany. And with this epiphany, you become the Empress again. You become abundant. You become like, you can grow, you can move forward. The World card. All of a sudden, this just frees you up completely. You have a vision, maybe a new vision of your future, and you're acting on that vision by breaking this pattern. Interesting. It all turns around right in the center of your reading when you actually go within that 4 of Swords. So geek out on 4 of Swords if you get a chance. Google it. It's, traditionally, so he's on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's always a knight that's sleeping on top of his grave, his casket. So traditionally, this is a long, long time ago, before warriors would go out, or knights would go out and fight. They would prepare their caskets. And if they made it back home intact, they'd spend the very first night sleeping in it, in an act of gratitude for the life that they came back with. So there's almost this reflection in what could be if this wasn't unearthed. In the very first card was coming out of a place of conflict. And I don't know who you were fighting, because I don't see anybody else here. I don't see, nobody is making a strong presence in your reading. It's you through your reading. But something's being revealed to you. So that, and it has something to do with your abundance, your self-worth, and growing that. For some of you guys, this is going to sound totally random, but for some of you guys, this is connecting with pregnancy and your ability to build a family and grow a family, and whether or not that is meant for you, and whether or not you're capable of that or you want that. This is kind of a real big experience you're having with yourself. And I feel that everybody else in your life, they're definitely playing like extras. Let's get one more oracle card. We have detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with the people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. And that does lend, insight to what we're saying here. Your frame of mind determines your quality of life. We have considerable control over this with our thoughts. So, it's kind of like you are the company you keep, right? And this is about liking yourself. And it reflects on you, and vice versa, reflects on them, the people that you spend time with. Very interesting reading, Gemini. I hope that was helpful for you. Sending you love and light today. Take good care. Please like and consider subscribing if you like these readings. Bye-bye.